It's only a matter of time before I find him. It's only a matter of time. The feel of flesh between my teeth. So wonderful. I remember when I was like them.
so this trail, this leads up to the cave. It's a bit of a roundabout position. There, you might see a couple people, mostly unused. You'll see a few people, but this trail is mostly out of the way of civilians. So,
okay. I like the new gear you got, by the way, on the way back from Spokane.
Yes, there is quite a bit new stuff to help with your lack of holding things properly.
What can I say?
So I'm going to give this back to you.
What?
Technically speaking, you've been cleared medically to hold it. You are back to a mild case of psychosis, which means you should be less psychotic. We'll say that. Less psychotic.
You're trusting me with this?
Yes. I've refilled it. No silver at the moment, but that can be arranged later.
And you left some spare mags in here, I saw as well.
Yes.
2.
So, you should be good.
Amazing.
So, just head up the trail, get to the cave, grab the weapon, come back down. I'll get the Scion here, don't worry about it. Okay. I have someone who's gonna completely refill the tank, refuel the oil, put a battery in it. It's gonna drive like a brand new vehicle.
Pray tell, where are you going to be during all of this?
At my lab. I'm gonna finish creating the cure for your psychosis.
Really?
Yes.
One that's not going to wear off in a few hours.
This one isn't going to. You wanna know how I know?
How?
Because it was intentionally made to be a sedative. If it was a sedative, you shouldn't have had another vision.
Well, then why did you?
Did, which means I cured it instead of sedating it.
Didn't you say you wanted to use me as a spy?
No, we did not.
You guys said that you could use it to your advantage.
We
It's
could
the same
have,
thing.
but we're not going to. So,
Your mental health is more important to us than that.
that's where I'll be. However, hopefully I'll finish in time to meet you here. I will meet you at the Scion. When you guys are done with retrieving your weapon, when I'm done with my research.
Besides, when it's all said and done, this bastard's gonna be dead. We don't need to spy on the dead guy.
Perfect. But Schwartz, the other one.
That is the one that is more concerning to me at the moment. They can't track its whereabouts.
Do you want me to give you my blade?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay. Then we'll head up to the cave, and we'll hopefully retrieve his weapon. When do you want us to meet us at your lab?
You're not meeting me at my lab. You're meeting me at the bottom of the hill. If everything works properly.
Alright.
It will. We'll be fine.
Looks to be a storm rolling in. Indeed.
We should get out of
to
here
hurry.
before it hits.
Yeah. Safe travels?
Indeed.
We'll be fine.
I know.
You better not leave us.
That's not the plan.
Stop. Do you think we can trust this guy? I know I've asked that before, but of course we can. He just left us alone, going back up to the same cave where you and I were afflicted.
We have one silver weapon. We're going up to get a second.
Yeah, and
One
if it's not
I'm
there,
decked with.
if it's a trap, we don't have his thing to banish it.
It's up there.
You're so certain. Remember, it was my vision, not yours.
Why are you questioning it?
Because my visions have been altered before. For example, when I led Powell back to the area you and I first encountered in Wendigo, that was a Wendigo. They're not you. I mean, it was wrong.
It was disguised.
Yeah. I'm just saying that this I don't like it, you know? It's been a long time since we haven't been with that bone, and I don't know, it just feels different, almost like there's more of a presence. Do you feel it?
Well, I feel my blade up at the cave, but apart from that,
Well, you have your gun in that pack, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
You got the silver knife.
course. I
Bullets
have all my
won't
weapons.
kill a Wendigo, but they'll sure stun it. Enough for you to get in with that fucking marshmallow skewer.
This marshmallow skewer could kill one
Yes.
if it got close enough, as you would say.
And that's the problem. Anyway, let's go up. Mine has a little bit more reach. We'll be more in the clear when we got that.
Yeah. We'll see if it's actually up there, huh?
It is.
We will see. Hope that storm doesn't come down on us.
This cave's a little bit higher up than I remember.
You and the Wendigo are very, similar.
Yeah, just keep your hand on that silver scabbard.
That's not funny. You know, the last time I was here and you were here, things didn't go so well, so I wouldn't be making jokes about that sort of stuff. Wendigo could still be up there. You know it.
Just don't get shanked.
I can assure you that won't happen again. Unless you're telling me I have to worry about you.
Let me guess, you're rusty. Here takes rust.
You got jokes, don't you? What don't you understand about this place? I almost died here.
Oh, trust me.
Right?
My blade's right up there.
Oh, is it?
Fine once I get that.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm starting to doubt both you and Schwartz about that.
You're the one who had the vision.
I'm the one who had the vision, sure. But it's your weapon. And for all I know, that could have been in the past when I saw it. I don't know if it was in the future, in the present, now. I don't know.
I had it in the past. The Wendigo took it. It has to be either now or in the future. If it's not there now, all we need to do is wait.
But until when? If that is the case. Cave's right up there.
Yes.
So... Did you bring any silver bullets by chance?
If anybody would have them, it'd be Schwartz. He's down in his lab.
Alright, well, I guess the best we got is guns and this thing.
Got mine in my bag. We should be fine.
Alright. Look, if push comes to shove at the cave up there, Wendigo's up there,
Hold him off and make a beeline.
if it's even up there. For all we know, it's a trap.
If the Wendigo's up there, it'll be up there. Plus, the true master of the blade keeps an eye on where its weapons. It's there. I know.
Yeah, you've said that before. But then it wasn't there.
I was focusing on driving and it moved. It wasn't.
Seems like a bunch of excuses to me. Let's just hope Schwartz comes through on his part and you come through on your part, huh?
We hunted together. Ish. You don't need to worry about me.
Ish. There's a lot of things that you don't know about my hunts that I haven't told you. Here we are, man. Yeah, the cave. Hey, yeah. Oh, I almost lost the... Oh, there goes the scabbard.
I told you to keep it.
Now are you gonna rip it from my hand and shank me? I guess our positions have been reversed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Got a tick on you.
I don't want you to go in there alone. In that cave. You've been in there alone before. You lost your eye.
It's just an eye. I have another one.
Even still, I'm gonna stand guard outside. And if you need help, I don't know how deep that cave goes. I only went in there far enough to get you.
Okay. Trying to stay clear of the grass. There's clearly ticks around here.
That's the least of my worries.
Yeah, just a second.
Yep.
It's been through. In here.
Everything okay in there?
Just fine. You and me got some blood to spill, old friend. looks a good bit better than that puny knife. We got a Wendigo to hunt.
Indeed we do. What the hell do you call this thing?
This is Guandao.
That son of a bitch is dead.
Oh yeah.
And you're right. It is a bit smaller. Just promise me one little thing, will you? When you get close enough to that thing, when you impale it straight through the heart with this, and its dying breath, please let me finish it.
The kill is yours.
Schwartz will be pleased.
Yes.
Things are finally looking up.
Indeed they are.
Now,
Get back down this hill. Hope nobody freaks the fuck out about this.
they don't have to be worried about it. That son of a bitch